Hey team, so after yesterday, I decided I wanted to jump back on again today because I feel like there's just so much I want to express, share with you, because the more I can share with you, the more learnings hopefully you'll be able to take and avoid the mistakes potentially that I've made and learn from the successes I've also made in my career as a personal trainer. So today I want to quickly talk about the product. Your product. Now, I didn't learn this one for a long time. I didn't even consider it, to be fair, probably for the first 5 to 10, somewhere between 5 and 10 years. It was quite a big waiting game for me. But anyway, so I wish I knew this back then. So I'm going to share this with you now so you don't go through the same mistake. My name is Grant Goes from Fine for People, and I put these videos together to make sure that we can build our way towards helping 1 million professionals advance in their career. I do this for you, so hopefully you can advance your career, and then you can help us and help others as well. So let's get straight into it. With products, why is it important to have a product? Well, it's actually part of the service that you deliver. Now, as personal trainers, we always talk about, hey, I customize the program for you, which is great. But when it comes to the lead generation, the capture, the nurture, the conversion or the sale talks, you actually need to present something. It's like walking into a store and you don't actually have anything particular to sell. It's just something's there. And you walk into the store and you're kind of just looking around and maybe you find something, maybe you don't. But when you know of a product, something that's there in your hand that you can look at, read about, hear about, then you're going to look for that inside the store. You're going to go pick it up and you're going to want to maybe know a little bit more and you're going to purchase. So when you have a product that you can sell, all right, it's going to make it a lot easier for you to direct your potential customer into a paying client. So, really important, yeah? How do we set up our product? What do we need to know considering that our stuff is all going to be kind of customized? Well, you should set up some frameworks, and some of the best frameworks that you can set up are really beginning from the product itself. So let's say, for example, you're going to have a duration of, say, 3, 6, potentially 12 months, all right? The target of this product is to help you gain strength, lose fat, maybe lose weight, improve your VO2 or your heart and lungs, right? There's an outcome from your product. That's the first thing. So you want to have an outcome. What does your product do? What are you really good at? And what are you going to do with this person? Because that's what they want to do, right? They've come to you because they say they want to lose weight, they want to get stronger, they want to be faster or be fitter, be more athletic. So that's what you've got to deliver on, right? That's the first thing. So your product, first of all, has to have an outcome. The second part of it is you've got to give an understanding of the duration. So how long is it going to take? Is it going to take me 6 weeks, 8 weeks, 10, 3 months, 6 months, 1 year longer? And you can break this down. Let's say if you've got a 1 year program because you're helping people lose 25 to 30 kilos. That's fine, but the duration may be we're going to work this in 1 month blocks. All right, so now you've got an outcome. We can help you someone, let's say, for example, lose weight, and we're going to take a month by month, all right? So it gives them a duration, and this may take anywhere from 6 to 12 months. So allow these son to build this product, okay? And then from there, once you have these first two things, we start to look at what are they expected to do. So what's included, right? So you're saying, okay, we're going to meet once a week, twice a week, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 times a week, and we do this amount of training sessions, okay? On top of those training sessions, you're going to have a nutrition plan, either with a nutritionist, or we're going to do seminars, or we're going to give you an information pack that has all different meals, snacks, hydration tips, and gives you a bit more information about how you can break some habits as well. You may have some other supporting factors in there also. It might be a tracking app. It might be a delivery app that has some workouts that they can do at home if they can't make it to the gym, or some exercises they can do if they're at work, or just think about their posture, something like that. So what's actually included with the product, the deliverables, okay? And this is what they're expected to do while they're on the program. The other thing you want to include in your program is not only the expectations of what they're going to be doing, but also the sacrifices. Because when it comes to the decision making for your potential customer, this big thing they want to know is what effort do they have to put in and what sacrifices they have to make. If you turn around and say, look, you cannot have any sugars or any bad foods or any processed foods, that's it, cut it out, that might be quite a problem for them, and you're going to have to adjust your program for them. So this is what they're looking for. They're looking for, okay, what am I expected to do, and how much I'm expected to give up, because if either of those are too much, they're probably going to say no. So just know what your product has that's available and that can be adapted for this potential client. Cool. So kind of talk about the surrounded as well. Now, when I talked about the information packs or things like that you may include with your product, I think it's a very, very good idea to have like not a one-page information pack, but I'm talking like if you've got a booklet, that's just so much more valuable. There's so much more information. If it's full of references of other videos or your videos or libraries that you've got, then fantastic. That's amazing. It just improves the value of your knowledge and your skill set to the potential client, right? It's a really good selling point. So if you can have a product that's got something like that in it, absolutely amazing. And this may include also, by the way, even though you're the personal trainer that's going to help them like with the training aspects and here's the program, you may also have other people that are involved with you for this particular program. So if it's a sports program, you might have a sports coach working on particular skills. You might have the nutritionist, the physio, the masseuse, the mental coach in there as well. And you as a team work together on this program, which makes it more stronger as a deliverable. And from the client's perspective, it also means there's a lot more value there as well. The assessing and the tracking, really, really important to help clients understand with your product how you're going to actually monitor to make sure they're in a positive direction. They're going where they need to go, or they're breaking the bad habits they need to break, and they're creating those good habits that they need to create in order to be successful. So it's really important to have some kind of tracking method. A lot of mistakes from trainers that happen, and I've done this before myself, is that, yeah, I didn't track certain things, and then when it came to end of a month and we were going to do an assessment, we didn't really know where we were. We got a little bit lost, and that was quite awkward, I have to say, very awkward. But I learned my lesson pretty quickly when it came to that and made sure everything was filed better. Excel sheets were the thing back in the day, and that's what I used. There weren't these apps around, but this kind of shows my age a bit. So make sure you have a solid assessment plan in place, the same assessments, you know how to go through that, and you have a process for all these assessments too. You may not use every single assessment, but it's part of your program or product to help make sure that your deliverables are there and you're on track to deliver the outcome. Onboarding process is really, really important, and I don't think enough coaches and trainers include this in their product. Onboarding process is really important because it takes you from that smooth, okay, yes, they've agreed to do the program, to now we're beginning the program, and they know what's happening. One of the biggest issues with our personal trainers is the client's kind of left wondering, what exactly am I doing? And the ones that stand out better are the ones that say, okay, great, you've signed the agreement, this is what's part of the agreement, initial here, now they know what to expect, they know what's included, this is when you make the payments, this is when you're going to show up for your sessions, this is the information you need to read, these are the things you need to do when you're not at the facility or training in the gym. And then we're going to say, cool, your first session is going to be booked for this week. We're going to start on this day. This is what's going to happen on that first day, whether it be assessments or what it might be a consultation, a sit down. It might be meeting with the nutritionist. It might be the consultant, whatever that is, that onboarding process to make things really smooth, because communication is a big part of what you should be delivering as a trainer. Not just, here, do your reps, do your sets, see you later. Communicating so people feel more comfortable and confident in their decision that they've taken you on board. Okay, so really important to have an ongoing process as part of your product. And the last one is a step after the completion, because this is where people get to, right? Someone achieves their goals and is like, okay, now what? Now, some people have a end of term like celebration, they have an end of term reward, and that's great. I also would say on top of this, make sure that you have a during as well. Celebrate the little steps, the little successes, because it's the little successes that lead to the big win. So that's one thing. But more importantly, to my point here, is that when you get to the end of the program, you want to be able to give them something else that they can do. Direction of, okay, now we're going to reassess the week before, that here are your options. Before we get to the weigh-in, for example, if it's a weight loss, or the measurement or the assessment, when you're successful, great, we're going to celebrate that, that's awesome. What does that mean? You just work this out with the client, but the next step should be what is next for them. And you should have options for them as well. So you've got one program that's great, this is what the customer wants, this is what they're going to buy, brilliant. Can they now move on to something new that you're able to offer them? Because what you'd like to do as a personal trainer is keep them on as a client for as long as you possibly can. Okay? From the point of, can you help them? Not just because you want to keep them, It's like, can you help them? What's the next step for them? And are you able to be a part of that journey? So it's a really important part of your product that you have that included or that thought process in place. Okay. One of the big reasons you have this product as a whole is because the more comfortable someone feels and the more information they have, then the more likely they're going to buy it from you. Because if you're giving them the outcome, the durations, the information, what's included, they know the efforts they're going to be putting in, they know the sacrifices they're going to have to make, they know what's expected of them, and if they do these things, they'll be able to say, yeah, I can do this. I know I can do this. Grant's going to help me get there. Great, let's sign up, let's go. It's a really powerful tool to help someone understand, because when they say they need to think about it, it just means they don't have enough information and they need to bring in more information, right? So that's the whole part of having a product ready and available. Even if you're offering customized sessions, if you have a framework, it's going to help boost your ability to, one, convert the sale and deliver a better product. On top of that, I know this is crazy, but your message, what you send out into the marketplace, is now built on this as well. So if you get known as someone who's, they're on it, she has a product that is, at least here's the framework, and they were able to adapt it for me so that I was able to be helped get my outcome, and then they can share that information with someone else who's looking for that same outcome. So it's really good to have a product, you know what I mean? So if you're talking about trying to refer this back to real world, and you're talking about, I tried this product the other day, it did this, and this, you should try it. And then you can direct them to that product. It's the same thing, even though this is a service or a customizable service. And that's where you think about when it comes to a product. So I'm going to leave it at that. It's quite a long one, or longer one today. So hopefully this helps you to get some tips, some hints, some grabs that you can use and help you put together a product. If not, send me some questions, put it in the comment section down below, or just share your thoughts. Let us know what you think. Is this going to be helpful for you? Will you be able to use this information? And hopefully you can, so it helps you improve your business and helps you get more clients on board and have a better career in PT, and then hopefully join us to help more coaches and trainers develop their careers. But yeah, thank you very much for listening. Take care. We'll see you in the next video.